talk about this rocket launch that came out of Hainan, China, and lit up the skies over southern areas of the Philippines, from Palawan through Mindanao. Plenty of videos coming in of that classic rocket launch shape splitting the sky. Now, I do want to talk about what it is first, and then we're going to talk about why it was being launched and other things people have been asking. Now, first off, while the launch was part of a scheduled space mission from China, the NDRMC issued a precautionary advisory warning of possibly falling debris over Philippine waters. Now, particularly off of the coast of Palawan, where the track of this rocket was scheduled to go. And there has been videos showing what appears to be a booster or part of that rocket falling down near Palawan. So let's clear up a few things here first. This was the Mark 12 rocket. That is the new rocket that China debuted last year with a launch in November. It's a multi-stage rocket, and it's meant to take them back to the moon here, which their overall space program continues to build. Next thing that a lot of people have been saying, it's aliens. Sorry, friends. It's not. This is a classic looking rocket launch. This is how it displays when it's in the upper atmosphere, moving at supersonic speeds and cutting through the thermosphere up to the exosphere. That's kind of just where it looks like. Look at most night launches, in fact, if you see videos out of Florida. In fact, here's one right here that I took just the other day. So this is pretty common. Others have asked, well, why are they launching it out of Hainan, there in southern China, and over the Philippines? And it's a fair question. So first off, it's all about orbital physics. The Earth is a sphere, right? So the closer you are to the equator, the faster the Earth rotates, because it just has to travel over a greater distance. That gives you kind of an extra boost when putting a rocket up into the sky. This is why in the USA, they launch rockets out of Florida. The new SpaceX facilities are going into South Padre, Texas. That's in the southern tip of Texas. The Japan Meteorological Agency launches their rockets out of the Ryukyu Islands, and France even launches them out of Guinea, which is in South America. So that's why. Now, why is it going south? Well, that is a classic track that a rocket will take trying to get into polar orbit as well. Are they allowed to fly over the Philippines? Well, yeah. By that point, it's so high up that it's nearly a satellite. You can't really stop satellites in the upper atmosphere. But dropping debris down is a different story. And it's kind of a gray area. The international courts would have to decide, the extent of it. Was it nefarious? It was a complete neglect. But in the end, especially since despite space age has been going on for a while, it's more just about being a good neighbor. And that's why after the Starship blew up over the Bahamas, the Bahama government was pretty upset about that. And there was a lot of back and forth between the United States and them. But here in 2025, as China continues to expand their space program, expect launches like this to become more and more common. So if you've seen this, let me know what you've seen. Did you see debris falling or the sky splitting, or did you know exactly what it was at first? I think that's a lot of one of the reasons why there's so many rumors behind this as well, is because so many people just quite didn't understand. And I completely agree. The first time I seen that type of image, I knew that the rocket was taking off, but I didn't expect that, and it still blew my mind. That's physics. It's the way rockets look. It's super cool once you know what it is, but I can understand why people were scared by this. So yeah, if you have any questions though, let me know. I'm meteorologist Robert Spett. I hope that clears some things up. Also do want to end this on the fact that I'm not taking political sides on anything. I am a fan of space travel. And if your government is, for whatever reasons it's doing, trying to develop something to take us back to the moon, I am going to support that. And that does not mean I am supporting said government and other actions that they do. That goes with agencies all over the world, private and part of the government. So getting back to space is something that I think it's only going to improve the human race forward. But that doesn't make the overall things behind the scenes good. That's all I'm just going to say on that. All right. Anyways, stay safe out there, friends, and thanks for watching.